Bro, literally selling your cat is like the easiest thing ever. And people were trying to make it seem like I was not gonna get nowhere with my prices. But the first 2 months that I did it, I made 1K the first month and 1K again the second month. So what the fuck are you talking about? And that's so good considering the fact I have like no Instagram followers. I have like no followers on social media. So, honey. Like, I literally just made money. And literally, it's so easy because I can chill and I just get money sent to me. And it's even better when it's free because I don't even gotta do nothing. And I do get free money sent to me. This shit.
Hey, Shalom, brother. Shalom. This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto coming back with another one. I want to start off this lesson by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. And this is the mindset of our women, not understanding the value of what they have. Now, the true value of what she's talking about, right? The cat is marriage. Well, it used to be, right? Back in the day, a man, before he got the cat, right, would have to marry a woman, right? Or you would have to be betrothed due to two families or two houses coming together. That's beneficial to those to both those houses to make that house stronger. Right, there was a benefit for both parties, right? Nowadays, the value of cat has dropped to or plummeted to a level to where you can find it on the street. And I'm not even talking about prostitution. I'm talking about for free. Now these women give away cat based upon emotion, right? And we already know a woman's emotion fluctuates, right? It's like waves or it's like the moon. It changes. So basically men are getting cat for free without even putting in any work, without even doing anything, right? She might like your shoes. She might like your hairstyle. You might be her type. You guys might have the same sign. So now she feels like she's connected to you because you guys are both Libras or you guys are both Leos. Right? But you have two types of men. You have the men that understand that they can always get cat, right? Cat is easy for some men to get, right? That's normal for a lot of men. Then you have the men that are on the other side, the men that have to pay, and they have no problem with paying for cat because they understand the dynamic, right? This young lady that's smiling about her situation because her situation is based upon her curse, right? She's in this situation due to her curse. She wouldn't have to do this if she wasn't a cursed individual, meaning that she probably, she never grew up with a father, right? She didn't grow up under a proper culture, which teaches her structure, right? And how to value herself as a wife. Now, this is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4, and it reads, marriage is honorable, right? So in our culture, this is what our women are supposed to be. They're supposed to be married. The exchange of sex is a representation of righteousness, right? That's how a woman gets covered, right? She gets covered from what? From sin. Right? For you women that are laying with men that are not your husbands, your husband is the man that took your virginity. That is unrighteousness. That is sin. And that is adultery. And breaking that law, according to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, is what? Is deletion. Right? It's deletion. It's not like you broke a law that, where you would have to face, stripes or something like that. This is a law where you're going to be deleted, right? This is a law that we're playing with. And in this kingdom, we've given it a name, right? We've called it boyfriend and girlfriend, or we've called it Oh, breaking up. Oh, we were broken up. Okay. In whose eyes? In your eyes or in the Most High's eyes? Because women break up with men mentally or emotionally all the time, right? She might be mad at you. Now she's broken up with you. Now she's sleeping with somebody else. Now she's a dead woman, right? Now you're entertaining other men. Now you're through. And the majority of you women are going to be deleted because you're defiled, okay? It says marriage is honorable in all, right? Because it covers the man and the woman, right? It keeps men away from what? Away from you know what, right? And it keeps women away from you know what, okay? It keeps women away from sin, because when you want that itch scratched, you go to your husband. And for you men, you go to your wives, right? A lot of you so-called, right, blacks, Latinos, and Native American men, you've embraced the culture of homosexuality. That's what a woman is for. A woman is for that reason, right? You're not supposed to be looking upon another man and desiring another man, right? Looking at a man and thinking a man is attractive. No, women are attractive, not men, right? To be attracted to a man is a demon. That's disgusting. That's filthy. That's lewd. Now this is Deuteronomy 23 verse 17, and it reads, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. Okay? And that's what this young lady is. All right, let's go back. This young lady, she is a whore. And the majority of our women are whores. And even if you haven't done the deed yet, our women are whores mentally, right? They're whores in the way that they're being raised. You're telling your daughters, or you're raising your daughters to be girlfriends. Our daughters are supposed to be raised to be wives. And really and truly, the father is supposed to pick them. But because our women have a rebellious spirit on them, they feel like they can do the choosing themselves, not understanding their shortcomings, right? Both as a man and both as a woman, we're supposed to understand our shortcoming. Us as men, our shortcoming is if we don't follow Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. A woman's shortcoming is if she doesn't follow her father, well, starting with her father, which is really the masculine principle. And then after her father, her husband, understanding that male authority. And in the kingdom, that's how our rulership is going to be ran. It's going to be ran under male authority, masculine authority, starting with Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, trickling down to the men, right? Simple and plain. Our women are not going to be in any sort of authority. Our women are not going to have any sort of a say when it comes to the rulership or the governance of our kingdom. It won't happen, right? There's not going to be no council of women, okay? There's not going to be any structure of women to where there's power that a man has to go to listen to. Your grandmother won't have say in the kingdom, okay? Your mother won't have say in the kingdom, right? That won't happen. In our rulership, they're going to be servants of their husbands. That's it. Your mom is going to serve her husband. Your grandmother is going to serve her husband. When your grandmother's old, if her man dies, which obviously, right, we're going to live for a very long time, so there won't be no early death or anything. So women are just going to mostly be doing what? Doing what they were created to do. Serve the man. Okay?
Bro, literally selling your cat is like the easiest thing ever. And people were trying to make it seem like I was not going to get nowhere with my prices.
And she's right. And the reason why selling cat is one of the easiest things ever is because there's going to always be men that are going to be desperate, right? We live in a time right now where pussy is so accessible that it's actually too accessible. But obviously, I can't say that for every man, right? Every man is not in that position. Okay, so I understand that some men being in the position that they're in, maybe you're awkward, right? Maybe you're weird, and not even in a negative way. Maybe you're just a very mental or intellectual person. You're just in your head a lot. And when you deal with women, you can't really be in your head a lot, right? When you're dealing with women, women are more of the kind of go with the flow type of spirit, right? They are more like butterflies, okay? They go from flower to flower, right? They just move with the wind. You got to be like that with the woman. The woman is kind of whimsical, especially when you don't know her. A lot of you men, you try to place rules or boundaries on the woman when you just meet her. You don't even know this person, and you're giving her rules and regulations, telling her what you like, what you don't like. When you just meet a woman, you're just listening, man. You're just listening. You're just going with the flow, right? You're seeing where her mind is, because the majority of men actually talk themselves out of pussy, right? Most men, you talk too much. And when you talk, you more than likely end up turning the woman off. The men that you see that talk to women know what to say and know how to say it and know when to say it. Those are the men that know how to talk women out of their clothes, right? For you men that don't have the gift of gab, the best thing you could do is just shut the fuck up. That's it. Just shut the fuck up. That's it. And nod and agree and yep, she's right. She's right. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Yep, you're right. Just nod and agree. Now this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 24, and it reads, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die." Right? What does that mean? That means the woman is wicked, right? The reason why you want to shut the fuck up and you want to listen to what the woman is saying is because you want to see how wicked she is. You want to know if her idiosyncrasies are something your energy or your spirit can even coexist with, right? Sometimes you can coexist with a woman for 3 minutes, 3 months, 3 years, or 30 years. Okay? It's just about her idiosyncrasies and whether or not you are able to coexist with that person. Right? Sometimes you can know off the bat, no, this person is not for me. Right? But a lot of times that happens with you men, to where you push the woman to the side too quickly because you put too much stock into the woman, right? You put too much value in her. So when you find out certain things about the woman, now you're angry, right? You're in disbelief. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. The first thing that should be on the front of your mind when dealing with the modern day woman is saying she would. Don't say my woman would never. That's the worst thing you could say, right? You have to understand we're going through a great humbling, right? How do you know? Hold on, let's get that. Now this is Amos chapter 7 and 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife, right? Our servant, our woman, shall be a harlot in the city. You think you're greater than the Most High? You think you're greater than Yahweh? You think you're stronger than the curses? You think any man, woman, child you think a woman is stronger than the curses? Forget you as the man. You think the woman is stronger than the curses of Yahweh? Man, stop this. This is the great humbling that we're going through. The great humbling that we're going through is the curses. Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. Okay? Straight up harlot. That's what our women are. So to have in your mind saying, oh, my woman would never, that's the worst thing you could do with a woman. Right? Because a woman's wickedness is in knowing what you think that she would never do. And then she does that, right? To try and hurt you, right? To try and humble you. Because in a woman's mind, she feels like, I got him. This is how I get him. Okay? This is how I get him. So you can't have that mindset when dealing with a woman. Oh, she would never. You already have to understand they are, or they would. Okay? That's why, and not that it's righteous, but that's why a pimp can deal with a hoe. A pimp can deal with a hoe because he already knows that she's a hoe. The reason why a lot of you men wife these hoes is because you've put in your mind that she's not a hoe when she's already been a hoe. All right? You never met that woman as a virgin. I can understand if, a lot of you guys, you met your wives as virgins and you were her first and all of that good stuff. That's cool. That's different. And then she became a slut. Whoa, that probably hit like a ton of bricks. But the majority of us, we met these hoes. These hoes already had children. These hoes already had men. And these hoes still have the spirit of Hodom on them. What's the spirit of Hodom today? Let's get it. Hold on. This is the spirit of Hodom right here. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter, WhatsApp, right? YouTube, even YouTube, Pinterest, Google, right? These are all the new spirit of whoredom right here. Right? And I'm not even going into dating sites, right? Where obviously the modern day dating site is the new hangout or the new meetup or the new club. You think your woman, like you might have a woman that's a homebody. Who gives a fuck? Right? Who gives a fuck? That's even worse. Because through the phone, right? Because she has the phone, she has access to billions of people. In a club, you only have access to maybe 100 or a couple hundreds of people, if that, depending on how big the club is. Okay, depending on that night. That night, you might just have 50, 60, 70 people in the club. Who knows? I don't know what the number is. Okay? On your phone, you have access to millions and billions of people. Okay, through these dating sites. And the majority of us in modern relationships, that's where we have met our significant other, right? It's through dating sites. Okay?
Thing ever. And people were trying to make it seem like I was not going to get nowhere with my prices. But the first 2 months that I did it, I made 1K the first month and 1K again the second month.
You made 1K in a month from selling pussy. That is pathetic. But we already prophesied that this would happen. And the price of pussy is going to go lower and lower and lower and lower. Right? I hope you women don't think that the price of pussy is going to go up. It's not going to go up. It's going to go so low that men are going to start taking it. I hope you know that. When chaos erupts in the streets, men are not going to ask women out on dates. I hope you know that. Men are not gonna DM you. There won't be any DMs. There won't be any social media. There won't be any access to the internet. And there won't be no access to 911, right? That is the true protection of the woman, okay? You women have sold your souls, so to speak. Obviously, not the true selling of your soul in a ritualistic way, like a Luciferian, okay, or like an occult member, but you've sold your souls in a way where you've given up your true protection, which is what a marriage is supposed to be. Your husband is supposed to be your head. He's supposed to be your protector. He's supposed to be your leader. He's supposed to be your teacher. You've given that up for this society. You've given that up for the police force. You've given that up for a job. Okay? That's what you've given it up at the end of the day for money. That's why I'm saying that you've sold your soul, right? You sold yourself for money. That's what selling out is. Really and truly, it's just about the money. Our women feel better or feel more privileged or feel higher than us because of money. So that's what you sold yourself for. You sold yourself for money, right? For a better job, right? You can call it a better future, a better opportunity, or whatever it is, but that's literally selling your souls. Okay? Not even understanding the deep intentions behind what you did. And now that all of this is coming to an end, you're going to find out that it was one of the worst decisions a woman could ever make, because no other woman has ever done it. None. You can go through all the list of women that have not done it, and these other women are actually in power. The white woman never did it, right? The white woman did it when she was fighting for women's liberation to trick you. That was just a trick, but she never left her man. She never left her man. Her man is still in power, right? The only woman on planet Earth that took the place of their man was the so-called black woman, right? You're the only one. You're the only one that's destroying your man through this woman's liberation, okay, or the woman's movement. Only you did that. You destroyed your homes, right? You destroyed your families, right? These young boys, these young girls are turned into an alternative lifestyle, right? We're failing in education. Just so you can what? Sell your soul. Sell your soul for what? For these jobs, right? And even though it's all prophecy, it had to happen, right? The scriptures let you know that a woman shall surpass a man, right? Which is a curse unto us, right? Like I just read, our wives shall be harlots in the streets. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. But to sell your cat for a fucking mere $1,000 a month, that's actually sad, right? You should be selling that cat for $1,000 a client.
So what the fuck are you talking about? And that's so good considering the fact I have like no Instagram followers. I have like no followers on social media.
No, it's not good, because your value, right? Even though obviously your value as a black woman, so-called black woman, is already low. Right? It's low because of the way that you carry yourself. It's low because you people are the least desired. How do you know the black woman is the least desired? Because nobody is marrying her. Right? You want to know the value of pussy? The value of pussy is based on if a man is wifing you.
Like, I literally just made money, and literally it's so easy because I literally chill, and I just get money sent to me. And it's even better when it's free, because I don't even gotta do nothing, and I do get free money sent to me.
So sad. So sad, right? But this is the mindset of our women, and it's only going to get exponentially worse as time goes on. We're now living in the last days, and we're going to see why, right? There has to be a reason why this society is going to be destroyed, right? If we were living in a perfect society, then what would be the reason for the prophets? What would be the reason for destruction? So none of this should be surprising us. There has to be a reason for destruction. There has to be a reason for the prophets. Okay? And one of the reasons for the prophets is prophecy. Okay? It's prophecy. And we're living in a time of prophecy, meaning that we're living in a time of destruction, which means that we're living in a time of judgment, which means that we're living in a time of wickedness. And we're going to see that wickedness on display because these people don't care, right? Like the scripture says, just like in the time of Noah, right? What they were still eating and drinking and giving into marriage, meaning that they were careless. And there's nobody more careless than the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American woman, because they don't understand what's about to come, right? But I just wanted to make a quick lesson on that. I hope you brothers were edified, right? And with that, I'm going to end it off there and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors onto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well. And to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity, only the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3. Shalom to you and to you only.